These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see, the winners of 7 straight, the San Diego State Aztecs, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They go to the ground. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Guys, let's think just for a minute about big picture San Diego State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
And the Aztecs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
All right, guys, let's chat about Fresno State. By the end of the day, one of these 2 teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have 2 teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And the Bulldogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Green 25.
He wants to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost a race.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to fire deep. Makes a grab on the shot. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real.
Turning it on! Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Aztecs will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the counter. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The return is tackled down at the 37, and the San Diego State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Fresno State 7, San Diego State 2.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. What a nice job finding the back on the angle route. That's a tough thing to cover.
And I love the matchup for this quarterback. He knew there on 3rd down. He had the one-on-one with his running back and that defender. Nice job on the route. crossing the defender's face. Easy completion. The drive stays alive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Davis.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Aztecs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Davis. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Aztecs are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's. And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
And the Aztecs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Rushes on him. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to decision to go for it. Does not pan out. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take a second to talk about Fresno State. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Brown. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Fresno State right back to the line. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Get set.
Wants to keep it in the air. Skips away from pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Reynolds. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Third down coming here, and they need to get it out to the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Fresno State will have to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Napier. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it along the sideline. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pulls it in. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. This time he's got it. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Aztecs will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Rivers. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. He's got it. Breaks into the open on the left. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
San Diego State offense will take over. First and 10.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to go up top on first down. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Pulls it in. It's Davis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as well.
It's a seam wide open. Spins away from the defense. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing.
There he goes. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Davis. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage. All eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead is now back down to 9. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rivers. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air, trying to set up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it for a big play. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Shoots it to the left. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Oh, the attempt is no good. Could have stretched the lead out there, but guys, it's still sitting at 9.
San Diego State, 5.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do...
It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to them. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out.
He unleashes a long one. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They
breaks into the open. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fresno State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Returner goes out of bounds.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Got his man. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to fire on second down. Got the quick pass. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Aztecs will snap it on 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Quickly to the tight end. Well, he did a good job to get the foot down in bounds, but only picked up a yard and not enough for a first down.
Yeah, they need to work with more space, Reese. I mean, it's not worth throwing the football all that way to the boundary, just a toe tap and get 1 yard. We've got to do a better job trying to get these playmakers the football closer to the middle of the field.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's Napier. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Catch in the middle. It's Napier. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Here comes the heat. And the Aztecs get enough for the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Going to swing it on second down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10.
Green 25.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Fresno State will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Blocked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the middle. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Yeah, and you're just running at a time where you can have these small gains where the clock continues to run. This offense definitely got to have some urgency. Down late in the game, I need to force some plays, Paul. We're probably down the field.
And if you're the defense, you can have that all day. We're going to play big zones. We're going to keep the ball in front of us. We've got the lead. You're going to have to make catches like that and make us miss. But you want to keep throwing those little dink and dunk throws? Have at it, because if you keep doing that, we're going to win the game.
Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why
they're going to throw it over the top of the D. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. He's taking a deep shot. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing cover.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They'll try to get it in with the run. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
There we go. There's step one. There's a lot of things that needs to happen for this offense, but they started with the touchdown. Time's ticking out. We got to go for 2 here. Cut this to 8, where we maybe can get another score and get that 2-point conversion to tie it.
Caught in the backfield. It's Chavez. He's into the end zone, and we've got a one-possession game in the fourth quarter. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.